everybody, welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room for another episode of Show Me Your Shelfie. And today I have my friend Keith with me as a guest. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Mel. How's it going?
Not too bad. So Keith and I have met in 2021 at Sentry Box, which is, I understand, Sentry Box is like the largest board game store in North America. Is that still the held title? Yeah. And to have it right, like in Calgary, so accessible. It's very exciting. So we met there for the first time. We probably had cross paths we were figuring at fall cons before that. But that's when we got formally introduced, and we've been good friends ever since.
Yeah, I've been on your podcast a couple times. We've streamed some games, and it's always a good time.
Yes, it's great. Now, you have started the publishing company Diceborn Games, and you're the designer of Diceborn Heroes. Mm-hmm. We have played that on the channel, have we?
Yeah, we did a stream on FallCon.
That's right, at FallCon. Then also, you will often find Keith at D6 Tabletop Cafe on Saturdays. And you also run an event there.
Yeah, so we did our first Game Artisan Protospiel event last October. We had a really, really magnificent turnout. And hopefully we're going to make this an annual event and try to really spread the word on it. So it's called Gap. The idea is that it's bridging the gap for people who are designing board games with regular folks who really like board games and want to be able to try out some new and upcoming games.
Nice. And this year it's on August 4th.
Correct. Yes.
So is it a weekend event or is it a one-day event?
It's a one-day event. So we're at the moment just going to be doing one day, but definitely want to be expanding and trying to get some more, more dates available for people who want to come and try stuff out. But it's always a good time, and you have a lot of major publishers, local artists, designers. We're going to be doing PowerPoint talks about the process of Kickstarters, how you can get into the game industry, and we'll be doing a little game jam. So if you want to try your hat at building a game on the spot, you can work together and start building your own games.
That is super exciting because there is, at the D6, there is regular meetings for board game designers, correct?
Yes, yeah. We've had some very, some new people who are just trying stuff out, and then some established designers who already have a few games under their belts. It's a really good mix of people, and we're really open to just having new people come in, and even if they don't have anything set up, they just want to talk about ideas. We also do that as well, just to kind of help each other out and brainstorm.
Well, we cannot have too many board game designers because obviously we need more board games, as my purchasing habits will show.
Yeah, everyone has their own view and aspect and ideas, so it's always good to get new people into the thing.
Now, so you've designed board games. You obviously play board games. How did that start? Like, when did you get into board games?
And it was Settlers of Catan. I feel like that was
honestly that's the gateway drug for a lot of us, right?
It really is. Yeah, that was it. We would do regular weekly meetings with friends where we would just play Settlers over and over again, try to get like 3 or 4 games in a day.
Wow.
We were pretty obsessed with it for a while, and then slowly we tried other games that were out, like Dominion and Betrayal at House on the Hill. And
love that
one.
Like that. Yeah.
And it slowly started growing. Just like, there's some really neat board games out there.
Wonderful. So today we're going to be looking at your board game collection. So what's your collection like?
I have about 180 games. It is, I have a small space, so it's pretty condensed. So everything is kind of where I can find space at the time. So there isn't much organization to it as far as some things need to go in and some things need to go out.
All right, well, let's have a look. So we'll switch the camera over.
All right,
and then I'll switch this over so we can make you the focus here.
All right, so this is a space here, and so this is my pantry, but my pantry is going to double as my board game room.
Oh, I love it.
You don't need this much space for cereal and flour and such. So I find it's much better served as a place to store the games. So I wanted to do the reveal there.
Nice. Okay, so then it's neat because it's right by where you have your gaming table.
Yeah, exactly. So if we do need to play games, we have a nice little table over here to jump in and play some games with afterwards as well.
Perfect. So how do you have, like you're saying, you don't really have an organization per se. I see
No.
most of your games are vertical, a few horizontal, and it's just basically if it fits, it sits.
Yes, yeah, that's sort of the thing where, especially the bottom, where it becomes sort of a chaotic mess of the new games that haven't found a space yet.
Right.
In the center area, they'll kind of get swapped out every now and then.
So are they all in here?
So I also have some smaller games, and then
Okay.
this is where we start to bleed over into the kitchen area, where we actually have some games over here as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay,
Yeah,
that's packed pretty
even
full
the
here.
stove have some games if you are familiar
Yeah.
with Canvas. We get very
Oh,
creative with this stuff.
that's great. I absolutely. And
Yeah.
is there a few on top of the fridge there as well?
That is my collectible card game stuff. So I'm a big fan of Marvel Champions and Netrunners. You can see some boxes there. So I have a lot of cards in there that are related to Netrunner and Marvel Champions. So that's where I keep most of my sets there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
smaller space.
Yep.
Obviously, you need to keep your collection a little bit more lean,
Yes.
on the leaner side than probably what you would do with a larger space.
Right.
That sounds super hard to me.
It is, but I'm lucky that I have friends who have a lot of games. So a lot of the times it comes to a space where if I know someone else who has it, I feel a little more justified in letting it leave my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Except for a
Right.
couple like just evergreen that I'm just like, yeah, I gotta hold on to this.
So, what's on the chopping block right now?
It's on the chopping block. I think Takedo over there. See, the more they get into the corners, the more they start getting a little less likely to stay. I haven't played Cyclades in ages, and Black Angel starting to move over. And then on this side, there's like New Angeles has seen a lot of time, and Sagrada, Agricola. So I feel like those ones are ones that might be leaving the collection at some points. Although I am interested in maybe getting the Agricola upgrade that might be showing up. So if
That's a
that's
nice looking one, yeah.
yeah, I might hold on to this and just see if I can get just like an upgrade pack of the new
Right.
cards and such. But
Yeah.
yeah, at the moment, that's it. We'll see what else shows up in the mail if I need to start cutting more things.
So, from what you're saying, I'm understanding kind of if it doesn't regularly get to the table, that's a good way of it.
It's a good way to kind of move on, yeah.
Right. Okay.
And it's not a goodbye. It's more of a so long.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the games that you get rid of?
So a lot of the times I will just I just message. We have a friend chat if anyone was interested in grabbing a game. If not, then there's a lot of like Facebook groups that do
Yeah.
you can post games to sell. So Calgary's a pretty good space for if you need to get rid of a game, a lot of people are looking for board games here. So
There is we have a great secondhand group for games.
Really, yeah.
And I would say probably, okay, I used to say 80% of my collection. I might be closer to 75 now. I feel like I've been purchasing new a lot, but a big chunk of my collection is secondhand.
Yes, yeah, the same here. I feel like they're either Kickstarters or secondhand a lot of the time.
Right, exactly. Now, one of the secondhand purchase you've done is your table, correct?
Yeah. I picked up a gaming table on Kijiji when I was just like, I need a kind of space to work on a few prototypes. This has a nice little thing to be able to cover up as well if need be.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can leave it kind
You
of
put a
set
little
up and
top
just
on
cover
top
it
of it.
up.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you like to have a gaming table dedicated space?
I mean, with a small space, nothing is ever dedicated.
Yeah,
It's
true.
just it is a kitchen table when need be, as well as any other surface as need be. So arts and crafts and whatnot as well. But you got to make do with what the space you got, and this table has been definitely really handy at having layers of projects in the works at the time.
Do you know what type of table it is?
No, I do
No,
not.
it's miscellaneous.
It's wood.
That's what.
It's wood. It's got cup holders. That's all.
Well, honestly, that's all. Like to me, like I just have a dining table as my gaming table downstairs.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have that drop or a lid. Like, how is that? I don't. Have I ever played on a gaming table? I think I have.
It's fine. It's like really good for like just containing stuff. You know,
Right.
maybe it's a little tricky for shorter people because then you have your elbows kind of up in the air
Right.
when you're trying to sit there. But yeah,
Nice.
generally it works fine.
Perfect. So, any organizational tip you would share with us?
So have you ever played Tetris?
Yes.
Then that is exactly the tip I'm going to share, where there is no wasted space. So you figure out, you can kind of see, especially like here, there's a small space. You can just fit a tiny little copy of Wine Cellar right there.
All right, there. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, there's like space above the games there. You can fit stuff, and space below the games. You can fit stuff. Even off to the side, sometimes you just have a random blue copies just hanging out. So really, it's about kind of finding, the spaces that work for you. And if you're tight enough, it becomes easy to pull the games out, but also holds up everything that's underneath it as well. So it's a little bit of a Jenga as well, a game within a
Jenga
game.
And Tetris.
Yes.
Get familiar with those skills because you need it. Okay, sounds great.
The idea is that everything is accessible, but it's also very compact.
I mean, there's a little bit of space in front of those games there.
Oh yeah, I know. That's you got to be a little bit, have to.
You got to draw a line somewhere.
Space. Yeah, you got to draw the line somewhere. I feel like at the bottom we've already kind of started crossing the line.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like miniature games behind there that are just kind of tucked behind. Those ones are more dedicated to, we're gonna set up a day for this. Let me dig these out.
Right. Like I resist putting front-facing games in front of my games because I find if there's a game in front of it, I forget about what's behind, and then they don't get played.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. It really doesn't quite hold up. It's like I want to know what games on an easy look. I love the artwork on some. Like I said, I have canvas sitting right in my kitchen.
Good to have your collection. Like mostly if I have like a displayed collection and all the front facing, like it does look good. You're really showcasing the art there for sure.
I also have the prototype shelf over here, which is a collection of like boxes I'm using for prototype materials and new projects that are in the works. So always keep an eye out. There may be a few of these that might be hitting game shelves soon.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, definitely be keeping. I'm sure you'll let me know.
Yes. Yeah. You'll be the first to know on my list.
Sounds great. Challenges. What are some of the biggest challenges you face with your collection?
The biggest challenges, I think, is trying to have a diverse enough collection but not have overlapping games. So I feel like I'd like to have a variety of, these are dice games, worker placement games, cooperative strategies, multiplayer, 6 players down to 2 players, a good variety of things while not having anything that overlaps the same kind of gameplay style. So if I feel like I might have a game that's similar enough to another game, that one might be, I might have to like have the two fight it out and see which one holds space here.
Nice. Okay. That makes sense, right? Because you do have some games that kind of scratches that same itch. So if you have one that does it, do you really need to have the other one? If you're limited on space, it makes sense.
if they start getting into larger boxes, then it becomes a little bit harder to, they have to be
True.
a lot more justifiable to hold on to because they're taking up twice as much space.
I do that. It's kind of like, is this worth the shelf real estate?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
now tell us a bit about your gaming habit. Like, how often do you play? Who do you play with?
Yeah, so we have a good gaming group, so we try to get together, every couple of weeks to play. A lot of times, I'll head up on to Century Box on Mondays and see if there's people playing games there to join. But I feel like majority of my gaming habits are now with like play testing new up and coming games as well. I feel like I play more unpublished than published games these days.
Yeah, wonderful. Perfect. So actually, if you want to flip the camera over.
Okay. Hi.
Perfect.
Right.
So that was so wonderful. It's neat to see, like, because I mean, our collection obviously is very different.
Yeah.
You're a lot more limited in space than I am. And then my kids are moving out, giving me more space, and I don't resist the urge to just take over.
I mean, you gotta have something there, and you definitely have a selection
Right?
of
Gotta be
games that
filled with
could.
something.
Yeah. Each kid is worth so many number of games.
Watch, I'll start moving back in, and I'll be like, oh my God. Well, Keith, I appreciate you joining me today and showing us your collection. I actually never seen it, so it was really neat to see how it's all in there.
Yeah, the
And
keen-eyed viewers would find the copy of Diceborn Heroes in there as well, if you're really looking for it.
Sounds good. Yeah. So if you see it, let us know where you found it. Definitely in the comments.
Post down there.
Exactly. If you want to see meet with Keith, how can people reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me. So you can go to dicebornheroes.com. That's a good way to find out more about the game. And we have a YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for Diceborn Heroes. Otherwise, we have our GAP website, gameartisansprotospiel.com. And then we're also going to have events shown at D6 tabletop.com as well for the events. So if you want to come and see me there, it'd definitely be great to see you. And yeah, and pop by D6. I'm usually there on weekends as well and say hi.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Keith, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for another Show Me a Shelfie. Bye.
See ya.